note that it is free entry for everyone that is watching on the stream. Just fill in the survey at the link in the running to win yourself a Logitech G gaming mouse. Everyone at home, good luck winning the backpack as well as the mouse. May my wishes bless you all. Or maybe a curse everybody and they lose MMR today. I'm very sorry, folks. I'm trying my hardest, okay?
Well, but if you accidentally contracted Daniel's curse to lose MMR, I have some blessings for you. It's gonna be One Esports merchandise, so do check out shop.oneesports.gg. You can get a lot of stuff there: hoodie, t-shirt, lapel pins, mugs, and even, I believe, face masks to help with your MMR climb. Do use the code CDOTA10 for a bit of a discount when you purchase those merch.
I recommend the mask to compensate for my bad luck. Sorry about that, folks. I tried.
Yeah, well.
Speaking of trying, now we're gonna move on to the game, of course. So Bo3 Esports versus Geekfam. What do you know about these two in their previous matchup?
Well, Bo3 Esports, they love their Zoom meta. They love to play really fast with all the summon units. And for Geekfam, they have been really solid. They go for this really teamfight intensive draft, and they love their big Optimus heroes as well, the Chronosphere, Mr. Void.
Yeah, they also prioritize Dragon Knight. So if Dragon Knight goes through, you might see Geekfam pick it up again. I think Geekfam did play Dragon Knight on both the off lane and the mid lane.
And there's the setup already, banning the Timbersaw.
Yeah, there you go, Timber ban. Timber has not had any luck getting through the draft. Bo3 Esports with the Vano, Pango, and the Ogre ban. I believe the Ogre ban was also because Geekfam plays that Ogre to the core enabler. Whitemon does play that hero.
Well, pretty good Vano ban there. Geekfam has played it a lot, and banning the Vano also forced Geekfam to ban out the Ursa.
Yeah, maybe sniffing an Ursa strat coming.
Yeah, because Bo3 Esports, they have the first pick, so you definitely don't want to let Ursa go to their hand.
Yep, the Oracle ban, we don't see this often, but because Geekfam have been really, pinning, putting all their eggs in the Raven car basket, so the Oracle does definitely come to mind.
You know what we could see for Raven, considering that
the Chen post one.
We could, I mean, considering that he played it in his pubs last night. So.
Imagine how crazy it is. Like he loses to the strat, he goes back, plays a couple of games, couple of ranked games with Chen post one, and today he just said, you know what, let's bring our Chen post one against.
Yeah, I think you can't underestimate him, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't win him, you join him, right? So Chen is up. It's up to Geekfam whether they want to pick it or not.
I think if they want to do it, it might have to be that gimmick last pick, like just surprise pick, last pick Chen for Raven. It also depends if he's comfortable with it as well, because I think we have to also remember that not everyone can play with micro heroes at the end of the day. So even though the hero in itself, it might be very good, if your player can't micro, then there's no point picking a hero if you can't use it to its full capacity.
Yeah, speaking of micro, we haven't seen Raven playing a lot of heroes that requires micro.
Yeah.
Often he'll just go for the very classic traditional carry. So that's definitely one thing to be put into our mind. But Beastmaster and Quap will be in the hands of Geekfam.
Yeah, I think Bo3 Esports would also love to consider the Chen pick, right? Because they do play mentioned this a lot of times, the Zoom meta. So Chen definitely does complements that.
Or they can just go back to the traditional mask. Alright, Chen.
Yeah, the Chen.
Alright, so no Raven Chen, but Boom will be picking it up for themselves instead. I mean, we've seen what Chen can really do. He can play as... We've seen him play as a core. We've also seen him play as a support. If you're Boom, though, if we take a look at Boom and how they generally play their heroes, what do you feel like this Chen is most likely going to be?
I think most likely it's going to be Cascade Chen.
Yeah, it's a support Chen.
Support-Chen.
I think teams have really been loving this duo a lot, because not only is synergized when you death block and push, like having the egg as a protection of your formation, but also the sustain is crazy as well. The Sun Ray, and you have Divine Favorite to amplify that.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people have overlooked.
If looking at all the healing from Bo3 Esports, if you're Geekfam, would you want to grab someone that can actually reduce that healing?
AA is the pull. We haven't seen a lot of teams picking this up. I wonder why, but maybe you have to start looking at AA.
Yeah, AA has been banned, only banned once. I think it's the response to an IO pick. I think it's the response to an IO pick or a Chen pick. I don't remember clearly, but it has been banned once the entire regular season. Ember is also decent. Is a natural spirit vessel carrier, same as the Quap. So they can just kind of designate that to one of these heroes.
A lot of flexibility from Geekfam's side. They can still chill and look at what Bo3 Esports wants to pick and respond with the fourth pick to finally reveal what are all the roles of their heroes. However, for Bo3 Esports side, they probably want something that can take down the elusive Ember and Quap.
We saw the Mars we've used yesterday. That's one of the ways to guarantee a spear as also effective into a storm. They could pick a Mikoto hero if they want to. I think for Bo3 Esports, they could be looking at the Mars. Mars is always decent. Or you can just fall back to the Wyvern. But since they don't play a core Chen, so I don't see that Wyvern coming out.
Could be core Wyvern. I mean, we saw Ice play earlier today.
Yeah, but
True, but doesn't feel like a Bo3 Esports thing.
yeah, it's not an FPZ hero because most of the time you want a solid hero FPZ, someone that can initiate, can tank through all the damage from Mikoto and Grimosal. Kunkka's gonna be the hero, still a little flex. You can either go mid or go off lane. So far, they want more information before they remove themselves. And there we go.
This hero has been banned quite a few times as well.
Just
so
once, honestly.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it's only once.
There's a lot of setup for this hero. There's your roll, there's your steering chain. But one thing A doesn't give you is the stuns. You don't have stuns for this hero, so immediately the AM pick coming out to abuse that.
Yeah, and AM just does amazingly into AA. The A can almost never hit you with his spells if you play correctly.
So all of a sudden, it looked like it was going to be Geekfam to control the tempo of the game, but now that there's an anti-mage, they're the ones that are on the clock, really, because they don't have anything that can contest with an anti-mage late game.
5 seconds remaining.
They need a big call char pick here, to be honest.
Meepo? Oh, okay, actually, Meepo doesn't look that appetizing, honestly, into Boom's lineup.
Yeah, they have a lot of great AoE spells.
Yeah.
Maybe something like a TA could be good. Pascal as well. Like, it's just that TA is not great against Phoenix and the Kunkka, but maybe there's something that you want to play fast, you can look at.
I mean, they also need to consider something that might have some kind of hard lockdown too, because you can't just rely on this Beastmaster and the Ember Spirit for lockdown for an anti-mage. There's no way they can kill him in time.
Yeah, but there's not much mid-hero that does that nowadays, that are in the meta.
Wait, why are we keep looking at mid-hero? Because I think
post one,
I think Geekfam needs a post one here.
Yeah.
Well, Void looks really good here for Geekfam.
Feels like a quad support at this point. Yeah, Ricky banned, so probably it's a post one.
Tide Hunter.
My goodness.
Oh, that solidifies the team fight.
That's a huge, huge one.
Wow, looking at team fight is crazy. Geekfam needs to get something that can buy a BKB now.
Sounds like I think a Void would be okay.
This DK would have been wonderful if it was still in the pool.
Void, Spectre doesn't look too bad, but I think Void is slightly better because he can play faster alongside the Chrono synergize as well with the AA Blast.
5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds remaining.
Unless they're looking for like a gotcha support pick, but there's not much support that you're looking for. Oracle is bad out.
Yeah, Geekfam needs a winning condition right now. They don't have anything that can kill the anti-mage or anything that can push tower in fast enough.
They need something with the silence, maybe. Silence more effective against that Tide Hunter.
If they want to go really fast, go for a Bloodseeker. Slug looks okay too. Slug against Tide and Kunkka.
Wonder if they want the Prophet.
Oh yeah, Nature's Prophet is still in the pool.
Nature's Prophet, even the Death Prophet. Then you can kind of toss this Quap to a support role. Surprisingly, Nature's Prophet actually went through and no one is picking it up for the first time.
I think most teams are expecting it this rate, right? About the Nature's Prophet coming through.
Yeah, most of the time you just end up, whoever has the first pick, you're just grabbing it, right?
Yeah, but this is the first time that no one has considered Nature's Prophet. But it still is also like a hero that these two teams don't really lay their hands on that often.
We're seeing something new from Geekfam today.
I wonder what they want to go for though. This anti-mage is a like the 4-pick anti-mage into a lineup that has no lockdowns in the first 3 picks is just super deadly.
And their only push is in that Beastmaster as well. You can't just go for team fight and not have something that helps speed up the objectives. Because at the end of the day, team fighting doesn't always equal objective taking.
Yeah.
I think we've seen that from Neon Esports. Like they're one of the best case studies.
Unfortunately.
Right. I mean, most of the carry are being banned out now, so there's really not a lot of choices left for the side of Geekfam.
Yeah, they really are taking their time for this. You probably just have to relegate the
Is it a Morphling pick? If they want to really secure the late game for themselves, they can still go for Morphling. Morphling pretty good against Tide in the lane.
Luna.
Okay.
So
They're going fast.
they got the push, so at least they've got something to help them if they win those team fights.
The
They've
Glaives
got-
aren't too bad against Chen creeps.
What are the chances of the Lunas? How would Luna build this game? Is it just going to be Eclipse Luna?
I think you might want to go for HOTD and then try to ram out a tempo alongside the Beastmaster, and then try to choke Bo3 Esports out as long as possible, take the Roshan and everything.
Yeah, you just want to right click because you want to man fight the AM, right? Because if you fall behind, it's really weird because we've seen this matchup before, and despite how much items the Luna has, the AM still manages to outfight the Luna once he gets the Abyssal. But you still have to go raw damage because you're playing that fast, right? The Eclipse Luna is just not going to cut it.
All right, so predictions for this matchup before we start the game.
No, I feel like Boom has this. I'm going with Boom. I mean, my initial prediction is a 1-1. I'm going to give the first match to Boom.
I'm never a big fan of anti-mage. I'll go with Geekfam.
Never. Oh, wow.
No.
Okay, not judging. All right, folks, I hope you're not judging at home either. That's going to be it for the panel. We're going to throw it over to our casters for the day for our last series. OD Pixel and Fogged, take it away.
Thank you very much, Stanley. Yeah, but Fogged, I'm looking forward to seeing what Boom can do, right? Because it's sort of an old school draft. We're getting anti-mage, we're getting Tide Hunter brought back. But on the other hand of things, this Geekfam lineup, this Beastmaster Luna, these are heroes that just keep winning in this patch.
Yeah, I don't know. Boom's draft just looks like 4 slow heroes. Well, okay, we'll say 3 incredibly slow heroes paired with 2 fast heroes, right? The Punk and Shen can play fast, but the other 3 are pretty slow paced, and I do believe Geekfam are going to look to play around that and just put the pressure on. So
yeah, we'll see if sort of the time is going to be there for Boom to get that anti-mage to farm, get him to the point where he's not going to care about the fight that Geekfam brings. So we'll find out as we get ourselves into the match. Here's game 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Prepare for battle.
So yeah, as you talked about sort of the slower heroes that Boom has, I mean, how do you think you could sort of see the way that Boom feels they're going to get away with this? Is there going to be a certain sort of way they can start things off that does allow them to have such a good start and not fall behind early?
I mean, it's going to be a lot up to, I mean, maybe Hyde, I guess. Hyde and Mikoto, how Mikoto ends up doing in the mid lane to make the rotations, because like David, oh actually, wait, are they going to put Dream Assault mid? Maybe they're considering doing that versus the Ember.
All right, okay. I mean,
he doesn't have mid items, but he's standing there. Maybe he's gonna body block for the mid lane, so that Kunkka can play aggressive to look to scout the lanes.
Oh, that's like, you're
right. Because you look at the supports on the side of Geekfam, it's a little awkward, right? Because they're probably like, okay, who the hell is actually playing the 4 position? They probably know it's Zephyr, you know, obviously because it's playing it, but they have an AA and a Quap as their 2 supports, which is very bizarre.
No, I mean, yeah, you're definitely right here. This is them deciding which side of the map they want to send Dream Cell to. And I mean, what is the side they want to be in? What is the matchup they want for this AM, do you think?
That's the only reason I'm thinking that he might actually just take the mid. I'm pretty sure he's blocking go bottom. It's just because he doesn't want to lane versus Beastmaster. Like Beastmaster, we can see what Beastmasters do. If you don't like happily support your carry, he's going to be in a really difficult lane. And it's not even just Beastmaster, it's a full tri lane. A Quap Beastmaster, like Dream Cell is going to get like nothing down here.
He's gonna head down there as well, so we'll see if he's gonna be happy with this, but it doesn't look
bringing the Tide, and they're sending the Chen top, so Chen can actually divine favor him top if he chooses to get that. So they can save the TP and then swap lanes around to, you know, adjust. So we'll see what the choice is, because I'm pretty sure that's exactly why they're setting this up right now.
No, I think, yeah, for sure. And he's just gonna come in, you know, get some of the XP at least whilst that process gets put in motion. And we'll see how level 1 as well, counter spell. I mean, that's pretty nice against the support Quap. You're going to have that available every time the dagger is being thrown out. The cooldown's work in your favor.
I mean, I didn't really think that he would actually do that. That's hella smart. I like it.
I mean, it works, right? What does Zephyr do now? You can never dagger the AM. You can only dagger the Phoenix, really, if you want to harass.
He can force it, though.
Okay.
Like he can fake spam if Dream Assault fucks up once. Oops. If Dream Assault messes up once.
No. I know what you mean. Yeah. It's going to be all about sort of the mind games.
Ooh, early morning. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, Zephyr. I mean, Dreamer's keeping his cool, and there we go, daggers out. I mean, I think Zephyr's going to realize it's going to be sort of hard to ever get the dagger onto this AM.
Yeah.
Because Dreamer's he's going to be on the ball.
It's still really good to dagger Hyde, right? Even though Hyde is under the tower, so he's got that extra armor and regen, Phoenix has 0 armor, so you get harassed really hard by this duo. And we are seeing Cuckoo get that free farm already. Dream himself.
Top.
Okay.
FPZ may just be the first blood here. One more beam to do it, and Raven will find it. First blood for Raven's Luna on this top lane. And the tip's coming out already, so already a bit of banter between the sides.
Yeah, I mean, he's level 1 on the Tide since he went up there late. He's not level 2 yet, and
That's very, very close there. K does just manage to get the ball out. And Makoto hit an excellent torrent that allowed him to bring K so low.
They're going to be level 3 on the 2 up top very soon, and Tidehunter is just hitting level 2 now. So the high magic damage between the 2 of them here, which is really nice versus Tidehunter in laning phase. They're actually going to send the Phoenix top, bring the Chen bottom to support Dream himself better. Because now, yeah, exactly. Chen can actually lane versus Beastmaster, he takes over the boar, and he can provide that extra heal so that the anti-mage doesn't have to worry. Phoenix can't actually play in this lane and support Dream himself properly, so I like this switch up. I like how they identified it quickly too, right?
Yeah.
They didn't wait. Like, I see a lot of teams hesitate and not to do the change fast enough. They actually did it pretty quick.
No, this is, I mean, as you say, the AM counters the support Quap, and the Chen counters the offlane Beastmaster. So, Boom with an excellent read of how to lane exactly against this. And look at this mid lane, CS is still close up top. AA does end up going down. Boom are able to find Whitemon there, Hyde,
Okay.
and FBZ chase him out of the lane. So something still, obviously, Raven continues to farm underneath the tower pretty happily. And this mid lane, even CS, but I do constantly see Makoto just keeping K harassed pretty darn low. I mean, already you can see out of bottle charges, and Makoto just doing an excellent job with the tie-bringer hits to really keep this Ember on his toes.
Yeah, who's going to be the one that I think Zephyr should get ready to start moving toward that bottom rune pretty soon on this Queen of Pain.
Mid Makoto is going to try and go for a right bit of an attack here. He's got the tie-bringer hit, verifies pop by K. Looks like he should be able to get out once more, but now he's totally out of regen K. He's got nothing else for the lane. Meanwhile, Makoto's got a salve. He's ready to pop, and no Curry on its way out. So he's going to just have to hope for this 4-minute rune. But you can see Makoto is not going to let it happen.
He's got to pray for that bottom rune right now.
Is it there? Oh, it is. He's lucky. He is. Gaben blesses him. I mean, if he didn't get that rune there, yeah, that would have been a pretty brutal conclusion for that lane.
Yep. Still, I mean, he's still pressured pretty hard. I mean, Kunkka's going to end up taking over this lane a little bit here in the last hits, but he'll farm jungle, so they'll even out. Didn't really look at that mid matchup too much because I feel like I've seen Kunkka Ember just trade so many times. Sometimes there's some kills because like the players play it on the edge, but
no, and it looks like still K doesn't, he's heading right back, just trying to get the wave back in a good place, blocking it up, and has got his boots being sent out, so a bit more chance to run away if he does get caught in these torrent combos from Makoto. But Makoto himself about a wave ahead in XP, so he will be hitting that 6 before K's going to have it himself, so maybe an opportunity for him to find a kill with the full combo. Oh, top Hyde. He's come in for the bounty room, but Whitemon's still able to get it. And with the cold feet, he can keep himself safe. Freezes up Hyde and TP's out of there. Geekfam able to take that bounty away from them. And we're seeing down bottom. Dreamer Cell continuing to farm all right, but the same to be said for Cuckoo. But pretty much all of these lanes we're seeing all the cores have a good look in. Nobody's getting totally shut down. Just I guess this top lane where FBZ's having a little bit of a rougher time compared to the other cores, but it's still very close in the first 5 minutes.
for sure. I do see that, I mean, Geekfam, though, they're getting just a little bit more out of it. Top, they're going aggressive on FBZ again. They have a lot of chase room for him, too. And level 3 beam, they should be able to kill this Tidehunter.
Yeah, Raven's just going to run him down, cut through the trees. FBZ trying to hide, but he cannot run. As Raven claims another couple of kills now for Raven in this top lane. As things off to a very nice start for him.
Oh.
River. He tries to go for Makoto, but Makoto does find the Invis rune. This is also going to mean this movement for Zephyr may not work out. They're going to turn Makoto. with the boat combo onto the Ember, bringing K low, but K's got a Remnant in preparation, and he's even got a Remnant throwback. He's going to go TP back to base and refuel, while Zephyr harasses Bakoto back under the tower. Same time, down bottom, Dreamercell and KezQ able to block off the Beastmaster and kill off Cuckoo.
Very nice. They're actually doing pretty okay bottom. They have to, I mean, they can't fall behind in this game. They can't really make too many mistakes, because we look at Geekfam's draft, and they're going to take advantage very early in this game, especially with the start that Raven's up to. I mean, Raven all the way at the top, he's got early treads. They can definitely look to set tempo and FBZ again if they want him. Don't step up too far. Watch out, Tidehunter.
Oh, he's really
got
confident
the range
with
drop.
Hyde, but
He's got range drop this time, so he's got a good amount more of sustain versus those constant beams that are going to come out.
yeah, it's going to save him against a couple potentially, but they're in on him. First raindrop taken away, and FBZ is trying to hard, but with the 3 of them on him, he's not getting out. Once again, a third death on this top lane, a third kill for Raven.
Ooh, Hyde gets away. Yeah, Raven is really starting to snowball up here. Dreamercell is doing okay though too. I mean, he's actually playing really well bottom, and they're pressuring Cuckoo. Look at him actually just hitting him right now. Can he take over the boar? He cannot.
No, I mean, he's just feeling more happy to harass because of how much sustain he has. You see with the tango going and the headdress aura and the divine favor, he's got plus 20 HP regen. So he's more than happy to just run in, trade punches, reset, let the passive regen kick in, get him back up to full HP, and it's going to make it very hard for Cuckoo to put any sort of pressure onto this AM now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think they might move. I think maybe Raven comes bottom when he hits level 7, and they look to just pressure the AM lane. I think they should really start looking to do that. I don't think that they should allow this to happen right now. Boom ID just hitting a tower with their catapult with an AM. They should address this. Here comes the rotation. It's just Zephyr for now, though. Catapult's still just gonna beat on the tower.
And we saw earlier, how much Zephyr sort of struggled as this co-op to really put any sort of impact in on this lane against this anti-mage and Chen. So we'll see what Zephyr does do. Just with the amount of regen that they have going, and obviously the AM Dreamercell having that point in the counter spell, there's not a lot co-op can do other than try and just soak up some XP and farm herself.
Mango tree, FBZ, he's just sitting in the jungle. He can't actually lane top, so Hyde will get good experience. Those are XP doing. Supports are all about the same. Pretty even on that front. It's just Raven really the one who's leading that charge, but I mean, I can't believe how much more farm he is than everybody else. 1200 over the Kunkka and the AM. Already gonna start getting the Moonglaves levels.
Yeah. Those kills really added up.
And it's important for... Yeah, and it's important for him to get this type of start too, because like we said, if the game does get super late game, which we'll get to that maybe if they do make some mistakes, AM will win versus Luna most of the times.
Sure, yeah. If they're saying
he just like man fights, right? But if Raven's able to set the pace with his team, with that aura being high levels, with the Beastmaster too, yeah, they could definitely look to siege on all these towers pretty soon. But Boom does have good fight around those towers. That Kunkka, that Phoenix, that Tide, they could rally and just let Dreamercell farm on the side of the map if they do fight together.
Yeah, I mean, if they can continue to stall it, there is that world where the AM just does get to the point where he wins this game. As Brown this outpost, trying to take it back in time, but the Roar's out. They're about to kill off the Chen. Cuckoo's going to turn over towards Makoto, but the Ravage is out from FBZ onto the 2 of them, brings down Cuckoo. Over towards Zephyr they look. He jumped in on this, but now his mana has been entirely burnt by Dreamercell. As K, he'll go down. It's a kill for the anti-mage. As Geekfam trying just to sort of throw too many lives into that fight, which almost already felt lost after the Ravage went off and Dreamercell was able to turn up.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Carl was just going to bail because he threw a Remnant down in the river and jumped away, and then he just Remnanted back into all of them during the run buff too. It's like you're probably not going to get kills there versus Ramen with the Chen in the area. Yeah, just tons of team fight on Boom ID and they respond perfectly. But they do not get the outpost in time, so it was 2 outposts for Geekfam to at least get themselves that XP.
Yeah, it's just, as the Amber, you've got to be careful against his AM. Dreamcell, he may only just have the 1 point in mana break, but the reality of it is, as an Ember, your mana pool isn't very great at all. And to be able to jump away, you need 150. So chances are, any sort of disable and a few hits from the anti-mage, you're not going to be able to jump yourself out of fight.
Middle tower is under attack.
Most definitely not. I mean, in 10 minutes in already, like, they haven't actually made any rotation to bottom to pressure with Cuckoo, and Cuckoo does have book up now. So I'm wondering if they are going to make some type of move to group up now, especially to look to pressure that tower. There's no Tidehunter Ravage, and Rum is, I mean, both still kind of on cooldown. I feel like they should really look to pressure a tower here, and they will. Okay, Raven's going to port bottom. I feel like this should have happened maybe a couple minutes ago, but it's still going to be a good move for them here, as don't know if Boom's going to be able to fight back on this one unless they bring, like, everyone. And they see Hyde.
Yeah,
he's got the egg, but it'll just die if he does use it.
He's going to try and keep his distance. He's going to go for the TP out. Raven, he's got the beam though. Hyde will fall. So Raven just continuing to rack up the kills. This tower will certainly go down. No intention of defending this by Boom. So, you know, even though the net worth is even, it's still the fact that this Luna is hitting a pretty ridiculous mass very early on. You know,
and he's got
having a perfect game.
Yeah, and he has the buff from the Beastmaster. It's the biggest thing. Anti-Mage, his only steroid, I guess you could say, is just like the increased healing he's getting from the Chen. He's not gonna ever be as buffed up as this Luna is because of this. Yeah. And I don't believe that they're gonna even have... I mean, they're never gonna have as many auras. It is gonna be at least the Dominator for the Chen in a few moments, but yeah, they're never gonna be able to match this side of Geekfam's.
No, I really just feel that, you know, Boom have got to address this Luna issue if they want to try and get to the point where they can hold this game on for Dreamcell's anti-mage to be able to carry it. Because at the moment, Raven is just hitting all the timings.
Yep. And he's got max glaives now too, so it's just going to get faster and faster. Still looking to pressure bottom. Rotation is coming now. Mikoto's trying to set up for Raven. Raven is aware. He is backing away. The Hawk, who leaves scouted them out for a moment there.
Just keeping himself in the perfect positions on the map, Raven, and 1k gold away from having the Manta, and then suddenly these sort of setups from Boom aren't going to be quite as easy to perform. And Raven's farm, it's the speed, it's only going to continue, and you're not going to see Dreamcell start to catch up until he has that Battle Fury done, of course. And at the moment, still about 1,400 gold away from having that final bit, the Mithril Hammer. So still a bit of time needed until Dreamcell can really start to ramp up the farm himself, and of course that just means more opportunities for Geekfam to group around this Luna and take objectives when they feel ready to do so.
Absolutely. Much more, I feel. This doesn't feel like an SCA game right now from like what we've casted. Usually our games have like 18 kills right now, you know? This is only a 10 kill game right now at 13 minutes. It's very bizarre and calm.
No, it certainly is more relaxed. I mean, I guess it's certainly expected from Boom's half of things. You know, they just sort of want to be passive. They just want to make sure that they don't do much early on so Dreamcell can have the start that he wants to. And I guess with Geekfam's side, you know, sure, we expect them to be a bit more pushy with their sort of early objective taking, but they probably realize, you know, look, Raven's having such a good game at the moment that we can just play it super safe and only start to really go once he does have like the first big item, like the Manta style, because they get getting away with it. You see the catch there, able to find Zephyr, the two of them up top, no need for the Ravage, as they'll be able to push on, and this time Boom will be able to take the tier 1 tower, their first one this game. I'm also going to start coming back to start formulating a defense around mid, but FBZ is a little low on the mana, so
and Cuckoo's
no real setup for the Ravage.
Cuckoo's here with the Hawk, so he sees everything in the back lines here with the Book 2 as well, so that mana burn, FBZ will have no mana. He has no stick either. He just gets hit like once or twice by the Necromania. He's out of mana.
They see that exactly. They know he's got nothing to use to cast the abilities, and he's just down straight away. Geekfam.
Playing Tidehunter versus AA is always difficult.
And Kyle, he's even seeing if he can grab the Hyde on Mikoto, but they're sticking to the side, making sure that they don't get caught out. But that's the space they needed. Kyle just keeps the push back. Geekfam have the space to take another tier 1 tower, and you're now starting to see that 3k gold lead at just 14 minutes in, which is exactly what Geekfam wants to be happening.
Absolutely, and they're even looking to pressure more here as they're all gathered up. Kescute will be able to back away. But yeah, when they have a hero like Beastmaster, it's exactly what enables it. I mean, Beastmaster just is like the most ridiculous hero right now, but the Hawk actually does so much work when you're playing in this type of game. It's like you're only really concerned about the anti-mage, and you're gonna have that extra vision all over the place to be able to track his movements. Because the other, I mean, it's just really that AM, right? Like Kunkka, sure, Kunkka can scale and he can be really strong, but Mikoto is not farming at the same pace as Ember Spirit right now.
Radiant are scanning.
No, that's true. I mean, then I don't know. I mean, what do you feel that's down to? Do you feel that Mikoto maybe should have been able to find more setups, or like why has he struggled to keep up with the Ember in this game?
I just don't think he's like literally just hit. I'm not sure actually. I think maybe that's not enough creeps. It's like everybody has their own play style of it, but like I see some players, they usually just farm so hard on this hero that they have the help and
they're cleaning out all the camps and yeah. No, because you're right. You know, we see some of the Kunkkas in the game, like something like a Nisha Kunkka or something. And it's just consistently he's super farmed, regardless of how the game's going. In the top spot.
Gets the chain. He positions it perfectly.
Be able to jump out to the side, and yeah, Carl won't be able to get the correct read there as Dreamercell heads up north. And we'll make sure that he stays himself alive. And that is the Battle Fury done. So we've got a 16-minute Battle Fury on Dreamercell. Not about timing at all.
Yep. Very solid for sure. Now he's going to be able to ramp up. They've already lost a good chunk of map control though, at least on their side of the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is
They are all still gathered. They are still looking to fight around their big ultimates. But it's just so scary for FBZ. Being the front line here is this Tide in this game, you're not a front line. You are not tanky. You will die if they initiate on you. Cuckoo. He doesn't want to force the issue there, as I believe he got purged, so he couldn't move. But all gathered up. Yeah, they're ready to take that. I can't believe it's only 6-6. This really doesn't feel like an SEA game.
Nice. It's a much sort of calmer approach from both sides, but still one that at this point does seem to favor Geekfam. I feel sort of until we see Dreamercell having the next item done on top of it, you know, then it gets to the point where, okay, Dreamercell could confidently like push out these side lanes, just get the map in a very difficult position for Geekfam to find an easy way of going to the high ground. You know, until that happens, you've still got to feel that Geekfam are you know, they're the team in the place that they need to be. And Boom just still needs to slow them down that little bit more.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the map much more here. Carl will actually pop the Tidehunter's smoke here in the front. They're trying to catch. Raven is on the low ground here. He's going to start backing up though. They're going to start making sure that they're safe. All back up together while Carl deals with mid and Zephyr pushes out top. Yeah, Geekfam, they're just getting more out of the map. You see like everyone's hitting creeps a little bit more, and Kunkka still. Mikoto's not really finding so much farm because he's moving around trying to set up for these ganks all over the place. Because he is the setup for their team. Besides him, there's no way that they get ganks. He needs to be the one there. That's what the other charge that they have is an Icarus dive or a Gush to lead the charge. So yeah, it's definitely gonna hurt Mikoto's farm quite a bit that he has to do this.
I got an extra bit of a setup there, thanks to the RNG of Gaben. The clumsy net is found by Boom, so that will, you know, that's always nice to have as well. We'll see who's going to take hold of that. Is it they're giving it to High? No, okay, he's taking the philosophy.
No one's taking it.
Oh, someone's going to want to take it. I mean, maybe the Kunkka, maybe Mikoto's going to take it. Someone's got to have that. I mean, as you say, you know, any sort of further setup they can have their hands on.
I mean, it's also mana regen. I'd give that to Tide.
Yeah, it's
like,
great.
I don't care about this keen optic. I'd get the netter for sure.
Pro combo. It's going to be down onto Whitemon. And with the torrent, be able to hold him in place to allow them to take him down. FBZ will take the kill. I'm sure Dreamercell will be a little disappointed. I'm sure he would love to have found that last hit himself. His farm is definitely the most important right now.
Yeah. Okay, they're gonna give the net, it looks like, to Mikoto, which is good. I mean, mana regen, another way to catch. That's all the catch on one guy, though. That's the one thing I don't really like so much. I feel like they should distribute it a little bit more elsewhere. Maybe the Phoenix or someone else carrying it. But let's see what they make the next move in the next 30 seconds, because they do not have an outpost controlled at the moment. They're pinging up top at the moment right now. And Cuckoo and Raven are in the area, but I wonder if they're gonna actually contest it. They're seeing the movements now. They're bringing a lot of heroes. Book is up already. FBZ.
He's trying to take this. And he is going to get it back in his favor, but they're going to open up straight away onto it. The Ice Blast is going to clip onto him, and the jump forward from Zephyr. Make sure that there's no threat of the Ravage. The Supernova also being used kind of early. So now for this Roche attempt, Tide's out of the game. Sure, Tide can still buy back and come in with the Ravage, but there's no Supernova following.
There's no Supernova. And they lost the outpost too. So now it's actually a double for Geekfam.
Again, right?
Looks like they got 3. Yeah, double. Yep, again. They did get 3 of the bounty rooms on Boom, so you did see their net worth at least fixed, and Dream has gotten some space to farm. But yeah, no Phoenix Egg. This Roche is going to be pretty tough to contest.
How can they put a stop to it? They're going to have to tie back within 5. And look at Raven as well. 20 minutes, the BKB's done also. So he's got the BKB, the Manta, soon to have the Aegis. If they even do give it to him, maybe they might take that
They're
one.
dying this light spam. The Arcane Rune is just destroying them right now.
This Ice Blast is going to pass over the 2 of them as well. It's going to hit onto KSQ and Makoto. And you're right, they just cannot get past this Ember. Carl just says, get away from here. And they have to correspond. They can't push any further. Now they're going to try for the grab on him. He's going to look to time and juke it out, and he does it perfectly. The Remnant dodges the Torrent combo. And Carl in that Arcane Rune, as you say, just single-handedly making sure that no one from Boom can get anywhere near the pit.
Yep, Dreamcell took up all of that space, though. He actually has his full SNY finished.
Okay.
Level 16 too. He's very far. He's almost caught up to Raven.
Yeah.
Pressuring Carl as well. Carl's actually out of mana. He's got the stick charges. But
this is the question. Can Dreamcell carry this game as the AM? As we've said, looking at the heroes, it's not a bad AM game. There's a lot of damage that he does not care about this match. You give him time and he's going to be powerful. And interesting as well, I imagine he's probably going to change that, but after the SNY, he's got a halberd queued up.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I feel like I've seen people doing this lately just because
I think he was just doing it for the talisman. I think he's going to get a butterfly, isn't he?
Oh, disassembled. No, he's just
oh, that's smart.
Cool.
Okay.
Old school trick that people used to do.
Yeah. No, I like it. Yeah, he was able to get the benefit of the SNY. Now he's got that halberd. Yeah, some big brain plays from Dreamcell. I like this. Maybe he can do it. I mean, he hasn't died yet. He's hitting excellent item timings. You look at the map, they do still have their tier 2s up as well. It's not like Boom have lost that much. So Dreamcell might just be able to win this game for them.
Yeah, and he did a great job while that whole fight was happening top as we watch Whitemon quickly die by Makoto. But there's actually rotations. Raven wants to fight.
Now he's going to come in with the Eclipse. He's going to drop it straight away on towards Makoto. Makoto will try his best to run, but Raven's staying on top of him. Back up inbound as Carl closes the gap with the Remnant. Slight out on Chains catching FBZ. FBZ does have the Ravage though. Space is created for Makoto to get out the side. FBZ is going to jump forward. Lands the Ravage onto Carl. Space is there for Dreamcell to come in and they're cleaning him up. He's rooted down in place. Carl will fall. Boom, they've taken one. They want to find another. They jump over towards Cuckoo. Dreamcell, he's cleaning up with the help of the boys. It's 2-0-4. This anti-mage, just one fight or sort of a minute's farm away from taking over Raven's top spot. And Dreamcell, he absolutely can take this game on his shoulders and win this.
For sure. Level 18 out. I mean, they did such a great job. Even though that whole time where they actually egged up top and they fought like the Roche happened for Geekfam, Dreamcell got all 4 bounty rooms and he farmed I think 2 or 3 ancients and all the bottom. That was actually quite a lot of space for him, and he's taking it perfectly. And if he can get to the point where he has Manta and a Basher, I feel like they just win this game. It's gonna be really hard for Geekfam if they don't start playing. If they don't start kind of rushing and pressing the issue forward. They still have 2 minutes left on the Aegis, so we'll see what Geekfam decides to do with that, but I really think that they need to not make another mistake. One more mistake could just cost them the game entirely.
Yeah, like they had that lead. It looked like things were going sort of to the timing Geekfam wanted, but maybe just they weren't able to do that much on the map. As I say, all the tier 2 towers are still there. They didn't try and push those down with the Lunar Beast Bar. So sure, they do have the Aegis on Raven, so still might be able to get a lot done with that. But yeah, Dreamcell is just cleaning up the map in as most efficient form as possible.
Yeah, he's pretty much has Manta done. He can turn up the fights with his team. Manta plus the Halberd plus Battle Fury with Pupil's Gift. Like this, he's stacked. And the damage that's coming up with Geekfam, sure they have okay physical, but he should be able to side decently as Cuckoo bottom actually roars. And Hyde.
Try and run.
Will go down.
As Hyde will go down, and Cuckoo is just going to be saved by Zephyr coming in with that mech. Spirit Vessel will not be enough damage, so that mech charge, absolutely important, that came through from Zephyr. So good save from him to keep Cuckoo alive.
Yeah, it was really close. Do they have anything else that can heal him up? Because he's really low. No, okay, they have salves. I was like, who's got the shovel? Someone had a shovel. He'll get salved up and he'll be able to sustain. Yeah. All right. See Geekfam. Gotta press the issue here.
Yeah, they've got to push up. They've got to go high ground or something soon. Dreamcell he's taken over. He is at that top spot. And it's just going to be so hard for their lineup to kill this AM.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Do they continue? They do not. They're going to back it up. Aegis is going to be taking out about 30 seconds, so it's a bit scary to push forward there when that is going to be happening. Maybe just position themselves to push mid a little bit. But you see Dreamicell, he's going to start knocking on theirs. Force reaction. They really need a Blink Dagger on Cuckoo. Okay, he is building it. He's very close to. I feel like they don't really have the catch for the AM until he has this at all.
I mean, even then, it's not easy, right? With the counter spell and the Manta, there's going to be ways for him to have a chance at least of reacting to any sort of blink initiation, unless Cuckoo's able to really do it off the back of a smoke or from the fog.
Yeah.
It's it's not easy, and if they don't sort of get that, throw everything down, and they're probably not going to get him.
Ooh, AA Blast kind of wasted there. Chains were not used by K. He knows that he's Manta anyway, so didn't decide to throw it. It actually will clip him there. He is frostbitten for a moment, but they aren't going to look to actually pressure it. K just wants to finish up his BKB so he can be safer in the fights and actually commit forward.
That's what the plan is here from Geekfam. They're up again as 4. Do have the smokes on Whitemon. There's a ward down though, so I don't know if they'll be able to pick this up it.
They'll get to kill that ward. Wait, they're not killing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was almost like they're ignoring it. They're like, okay. I was like, hang on, they do have this necro book, don't they? Yeah, they take the ward away. Still no usage of the smoke. Carl holding on top. Okay, maybe what they were waiting for this. Carl's now got a BKB on Ember.
Yeah, don't BKB on Mikoto as well. Roar on FBZ.
They're going to try and blow up the tide. FBZ's going to get the chance to put the Ravage, but the BKB was out from Raven. The chains onto this Supernova. This Supernova's dead. It's not going to be successful. They're taken down a second. They'll look over towards Mikoto with the last remaining seconds of his BKB. He will TP out. But Carl, he's diving in for more. Finds Kescu. This is exactly the sort of fight that Geekfam's lineup needed to find. Now, sort of the question is, what can they do with this? They killed 3 heroes that they need to push in. They've got to take something away from Boom for this.
Yeah, Satanic is finished on Luna, but yeah, they need to press. I mean, I guess they can pressure down bottom since it's away from the top lane, and Carl can, I believe he has a Remnant down in mid somewhere, right? Yeah, there's a Remnant down in mid, so he can push, deep push top of it here versus Dreamicell, but he can't stand toe-to-toe with him. So be a little cautious. And yeah, that fight was very well executed. They had a Hawk actually on the left side of the map, watching the positioning of 2 heroes. So they saw the Tidehunter split, they made the instant jump, and then beautiful chains, of course, from that Ember. Have to be careful with those eggs, especially versus these double BKBs that are now finished. They can just turn and hit it.
Yeah, not an easy game at all for High to contribute with the unless they do it in sort of perfect synergy with a Ravage from FBZ and say a boat follow-up from Mikoto. You know, they do have good AoE control to try and keep the eggs safe, but it's got to be flawless.
Yeah. Again.
And they go raw onto Mikoto. They'll be able to drop him dead quick and easy. The BKB won't save him.
High goes down as well.
Enough damage. Again, here they've killed 2. They do for more here. They've got the vision onto Kescu. They jump forward. They'll take down the Chen. So another successful fight for them. Of course, whilst this all happens, Dreamicell still continuing to not be a part of it. See what Geekfam can do. They can take the tier 1 tower. They've got the creep wave moving in on mid as well.
Dreamicell has his Basher, and he has a Titan Sliver with his Halberd, so he has that like crazy status resistant, a lot of damage now coming forward. He could actually just hit on the base. Yeah, exactly. And K has to be careful. If he just gets bashed up a couple times, he could actually just die. There's one bash.
I mean, he's going to put the BKB. He has to, but he's still out of mana and such. I mean, you're just seeing already the potential of how many issues this Dreamicell anti-mage is going to cause. Like, who sort of goes back to deal with it successfully? Sure, you slowed him down there, but it's not an easy defense. You know, Carl having to use a BKB charge, Dreamicell falling under no threat to his own life himself.
The only scary thing for them, well, not only, but one of the scary things for Boom ID, though, is it's just Dreamicell farming. We've talked about farming. Mikoto is completely off the spectrum of farm now. He's all the way down at like 11k below Beastmaster. Raven standing in front lines already with an Eagle Song. Oh, both teams, 10 heroes. They want this outpost fight.
Oh, Nice blast onto him into the Sonic Wave. He'll pop the Ravage. It's not going to do anything at all. He's dead. Raven just turns and hits it. In fact, no, he doesn't feel confident of finishing. finishing it off. I think they could have finished it. They back away. This is going to leave Cuckoo in a bit of a vulnerable position as Dreamercell takes him down. Dreamercell jumping over, looking for more. Zephyr, he blinked into Dreamercell. Dreamercell will see what his options are going to be. He's going to back off for now. Just be a little careful. They know that the BKBs have been used to keep the illusion onto Raven. So Raven, low on the mana. The bow combo will miss though from Makoto. So Raven's able to step to the side. Carl pots the BKB, but he himself has lost his mana. Dreamercell getting frozen in a position, but still the opportunity's there for him to blink out to safety. They couldn't quite keep him locked down long enough.
That status resist actually probably saved his life. I can't believe he actually got frozen. Look how low he actually ends up getting. The Rom buff plus his status is just really protecting him there. We see Chen makes the move toward top. He should be able to get the bounties, and I believe he's divine favoring the AM top. So he still will be able to keep his place on the map and farm. Approaching that Satanic. Yeah, they messed up though. They doubted themselves about killing that egg.
I think
Zephyr,
they could have killed it.
I think they miscommunicated. Raven's like, I can't do this alone, and then Zephyr blinked in, and then they'd already turned back, and it was too late for him to turn again.
Oh, so he's finding freebies. Finds Whitemon, instantly gets on top of him. He's going to turn over towards Carl as well. I mean, notice that Carl's BKB is still on cooldown after that last fight. Zephyr coming in from the side. Dreamercell, he's still just trying to stay on top of this Ember. Now there's a lot of heroes here from Geekfam. We've got to be careful. He tries with the Roar for the counter spell. Throws it straight back into the face of Cuckoo. As this is the difficulty in sort of any sort of open fight where Boomer have the vision, Dreamercell is going to be able to use the counter.
Absolutely. He's still like the only one farming on their team though, so I think if Geekfam is able to set up and pick up some more disable, like a Hex on somebody, that could be huge. We are seeing them try to take advantage though here and go into this Roche pit. Roar on cooldown. But AA is going to be up in a moment here, so that AA blast is going to fly over. And Raven has a butterfly finished up, so much harder now for Dreamercell to stand toe-to-toe versus him.
Yeah, you see next up on his shopping list will be that Rapier, and absolutely necessary. They've got to make sure that when Dreamercell does blink in, that they just have the damage to kill him off during the limited amount of lockdown that they can actually use on him because the high status resist. So
yeah,
the Rapier absolutely necessary for Raven now that this game has got to this point where, you know, Geekfam, they haven't been able to run them over into 25 minutes. We're getting to the later portion. And Raven, you know, he is going to be able to get it, and still, you know, you see sort of the battle between Raven and Dreamercell at the top. It's been so close for sort of the entirety of the second half. You know, ever since the Battle Fury was there, Dreamercell picked it up, but Raven's been able to keep himself level.
Yeah, he's been able to join the fights a little bit better with his team as well, 7-0-4 compared to what Dreamercell. So he's 4-0-4, but Raven getting a little more involved with his team. So this is actually a sick approach here. Cuckoo going for the Shadow Blade this game. So that's one way you can avoid that counter spell as well, too, to get a roar off.
Yeah, very
neat there. Oh, Chen creeps all just got slaughtered. AM Raven's
heading in.
Pit.
They do want to try and push this away. There's the roar. It's going to be out to FBZ. They're going to slow the tide. Can they do so in time? Sonic Wave comes out. FBZ will go down. Didn't get the chance to pop his Ravage. Buys back straight away. Supernova used, but Geekfam able to stay clear to the side. So Geekfam, they want to go in and take this away. Dreamers, he just blinks in. He feels that confident right now with how tanky he is, and it's going to work. FBZ commits with the Ravage. They're on top of the Zephyr. They're going to get both of them. Cuckoo as well, found in the combo. Over towards Raven they go. Raven, he's still got BKB. He's still got Manta Satanic. He pops it all with the Eclipse. He's trying to fight back. There's him against the fourth, and he's totally alone. Back in the pit, Carl does finish off Roshan, get the Aegis for himself on Geekfam. And Raven, he's actually killed off one of them, but he is going to lose his life, but not enough life steal to stay alive against these two. Or is it? I mean, got him straight to very far. But there's the Mana Void finisher from Dreamercell. Will be able to take Raven out of the game. So Geekfam, they get something. They are able to get the Roche kill. They do manage to get and preserve the Aegis on the cheese on Carl. But still overall, it's just Dreamercell winning these fights. Raven gets taken out. Dreamercell now with the completed Satanic on top of the Basher.
Oh man, yeah, he's gonna be extremely hard to kill. It's a decision they had to make though, Geekfam. It was like Raven was cut off from the rest of the team, and that Roche was at 1,000 HP. Carl made the choice, either help Raven, take the Roche. Aegis and Cheese might actually just be a better choice for him, because now when Raven's back up, he's got a lot more in the tank to survive. Because if he does, like, he already had the Greater Fairy Fire and the Satanic, and he was holding his ground pretty well versus that AM. So Cheese could be really strong in these next few moments when they respawn and go. But yeah, Dreamercell, he's making him work for this game for sure. They're buffing him up however possible. Mikoto has a Solar Crest finish too now. So another thing to throw onto Dreamacell to make him stronger.
Geekfam, I mean, obviously as we mentioned, that Rapier was queued up by Raven, but those sort of deaths are really going to slow down that final finishing item that he needs to have to really be able to stand a chance against this AM and the backup that Dreamacell has. And he's still, you know, many thousands of gold away from it.
And I think if you look, he's level 23. Dreamacell's approaching level 27, so that insane critical mass is going to get there pretty quickly for him. And they do have the tools to back him up. Now with Solar Crest done, they have the Phoenix and the Tide and the Chen to enable this AM. Geekfam. Raven now has the cheese.
It's coming
leading
over.
the charge.
Yeah, Raven going straight forth on towards KSQ. Khan's going to jump in with the remnants, but he's getting bashed. His mana's getting low. Tara won't quite catch on to anyone. They do manage to finish off KSQ's Chen, and Carly's still chasing. Bill Strong with the Aegis. Dreamacell's going to come around from the side. Supernova is going to be popped. They have the X combo to keep Carl in range of it. They'll take him down the once. See if they want to do it again. Dreamacell has the Abyssal. Cuckoo comes out the invis. He's looking for a target with the Roar. He's going to be able to cut down the trees. They should be able to find Mikoto here. Mikoto pops the BKB, but the Roar holding him in place. Geekfam will claim the life of Kuka as well. Immediately though, Dreamacell, realizing the fight's lost, he heads over to mid, starts to push it out. And again, this anti-mate's just constantly making sure that even when Geekfam do win the fights, it's so hard for them to push on for more.
He's gonna try for K again. He has an Abyssal as well to follow. Linkings does get procced. We'll be okay. Halberd to pop the Lincolns, and then he also has the Abyssal, and then he has Mana Void later on. Yep, it's nice. He does not have too much mana to work with though when he has to pop everything. Like he only has 879, and look how much he spent. Like 100 on the Halberd, 125 Manta, 75 Abyssal, and then 275 on Mana Void, and he did take the Mana Void cooldown too. So it's going to be tough for him to get a couple of those off inside the fights. That's the
They do have the power of the mango tree though, right? So, as long as he's picking them up or his teammates are, he can, you know, always reset himself and quickly recover that mana loss.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
Top Geekfam. Well, starting to put the pressure back on this final tier 2 tower they wish to take down. We'll see if Boom do want to hold onto it. They want to take a fight outside of the base. Dreamacell is here. Over to the side, there you go. I'll get the vision out, but the tier 2 goes down. Geekfam now at the point where the potential of going high ground in any of the lanes is there. Still Dreamacell making sure that creep waves are just constantly pushed out and keeping his half of the map as safe as possible from the threat of this 5-man push that Geekfam do have. And with the tower going down, Raven now 2,000 gold, and Rapier will be there. So we see this game go for a couple more minutes where Geekfam don't get dragged into a fight. Raven should be able to get that picked up before the next one. It's a really good Rapier game too, because he's versus an AM who has Halberd. Like that True Strike is going to be really strong versus him to actually focus fire, which they haven't been able to do so well in this game, as he's still 605. And a leveler for Raven. Yeah, that's lovely for Raven. They're pretty much I think that is the best tier 4 item he could wish for going for this sort of build with the Rapier involved. They're going to try forward. Dreamacell's able to get the jump straight onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo's going to run. He's got the silver edge to get him out of there. He will be able to make it away. Now they'll try and turn. Chains onto KSQ. KSQ put up the side, tries to force himself out. The Supernova's used. Can't pop of the BKB. Stays on top of the Chen. Kills him off. He gets out of range of the Supernova explosion. Raven turns his attention over towards Hyde, but still a dive at the ready. Hyde can jump out. Dreamacell, he's turning. Raven, he walked into this. Dreamacell is being a little too careful though. Doesn't want to try and jump back in on the Luna. Knows that there's still the potential threat of the Roar. I mean, sure, Cuckoo's mana's low, but he's got enough for it right now. And Roar was not used, so still have to be wary of that. See what Geekfam can do. Again, it's just one down. It's just the Chen.
Prince's knife. Decent item versus that AM that they just picked up there, if they'd like to put that on Zephyr. Yeah, he's got it already picked up, so they've got a little bit of a mini Hex now to play versus him as well.
Now the question is, if you're Raven, do you try and hope that you get the farm, or do you just straight up sell the cheese? I mean, you're not going to have a slot for it. Or is it just never valued to sell the cheese? Do you
never
ever
sell
sell the
cheese.
cheese? Never sell the cheese.
No, never. It's a second life.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's gonna have the money for the rapier regardless.
Yeah, and it's just like, especially in a game like this, like it's not just about the heal. The mana too is like, it's really big versus an AM who's level 27. Jump forward, they break the Lincolns.
They do. And with the bash, Carl's got no escape. Well, has he? The Sonic Wave pushes him off to the side, and the BKB will be there. So able to save him there. Nice play from Zephyr, pushing back that attempt on Carl, saving the Ember.
Okay, and they actually switched the Prince's Knife onto the Ember, so he can do the slight hex thing. So that could be pretty nice too.
Raven, he's still having cold feet about the rapier purchase. He's queuing up the Daedalus instead. I mean, do you sort of feel that there is definitely an argument for not necessarily feeling that you have to go for the risk of the rapier this game? I mean, yeah, he is going to commit to the Daedalus. So sorry for all of those who were getting excited for some rapier action. It's not going to happen, at least not yet. Not yet, as Raven goes for the Daedalus, the safer purchase.
Probably just thinks that he can kill everybody else. And then they can just ignore the anti-mage and end the game, even if he's inside the midst of all of them, I guess. That would be one thing. But now it's a butterfly on top for Dreamcell too. So I mean, Dreamcell is very likely not dying, but the rest of his team probably will if they just don't focus the AM.
Both carries about a similar amount of gold away from buyback themselves. They're just over 1,000 gold off it each. So something to keep in mind when we do see the next fight kick off. And Boom are going to smoke. They're going to try and move out, see if they can catch something here.
Smoke on smoke. Is that outpost again, by the way, by the Dire, both of them at the 40? I think it was. I think they've had an outpost the whole game.
It was. Yeah, it was outpost again at 40 minutes. Open Dire's control.
15,000 experience lead, 12,000 gold lead. It's really just Dreamcell up at the top there, amongst all of Geekfam.
Can Dreamcell carry it? So far, it looks so good.
We're gonna get a rapier for sure, at least on one side of this game, it looks like.
No, they're gonna go for Roach Geekfam. Yeah, they should be able to do this pretty quickly. And it doesn't look like Boom's aware of this.
Yeah, this is what, Aghanims for the Ember?
Yeah, I think it's got to be right.
I mean,
maybe for Raven. I mean, Axe Eclipse is nice. Yeah, okay, he's going to take it. Raven wants it. I mean, obviously very nice. That's a great bit of mixed damage now. Could just throw down the ult on an area of the playing field and make it hard for Boom to fight into. Sure, Dreamcell's not going to get too much because he's an anti-mage, but the rest of the squad still, you know, you can't underestimate how good Aghanim's Luna is.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, they're just going to kill everybody besides the anti-mage and then just focus on him afterwards. So this makes their fight quite a bit stronger for whoever jumps into the back. Phoenix, now level 18, has finally got that level 3 Supernova, who may be trying to stay positioned around this area to catch them off guard. The one ward that they do have right now on this high ground. One of the two. Luna all buffed up in the...
Dreamcell's gonna get the jump. He did straight away on to Zephyr. Zephyr's still able to get the blink off. They turn their attention over towards Raven. Raven, the new focus. The bash is coming into play. Raven pops the BKB. He's fine. They won't be able to get anyone that they jump on their Boom, and now Geekfam, they've managed to hide on the side. He's already used the Supernova. Does have the flicker to the edge, and that's gonna save it. The flicker keeps the man alive.
Flick, that's the first time I've seen Flick do the right direction. Usually blinks you into them.
Jumps into the side perfectly. I mean, the Dispel, of course, just taking all the debuffs off, and Hyde's able to live.
That's so nice, actually, versus that Orchid, because he was going to die for sure. Yeah. He's able to Dispel it off, disengage, but still, that huge lead for Geekfam. It's really starting to show itself even more so. Poor anti-mage, all alone amongst those Dire heroes.
Fit for a queen.
Let's see what they can go for now. Outside of the base, Geekfam, Cuckoo. Looking to set up with the Silver Edge.
The Leveler Ravens, they're going to destroy these buildings. As soon as this tier 2 drops, like, those Rax is going to die so fast.
Oh yeah, look at it go. It's going to open up. They do have the fortification.
They have a repair kit as well on the Phoenix, so Hyde has been backpacking that one for a while.
Oh, they're going to be exposed soon. Repair kit.
Going right through it.
Oh, they are going to be able to push him back, and they're going to open up with the X combo onto him. See if they can take him down the once. Raven pops the Manta, turns, pops the Satanic as well, beating into Dreamcell. Dreamcell has to get back out of there. The Dreamcell
got to be so
heads
careful
back.
if he gets roared. He's being really cautious with those counter spells.
Raven back onto finishing this tier 3 tower. This time he will be able to put an end to his existence. The tower falls. Now onto the racks. These glaives, they are going to start to chip away at Boom. They're bringing Raven low, still not really feeling confident enough to commit and really try and force that Aegis off him, though. They know how hard that is.
Yeah, Satanic's back up too. Raven gonna back up. He's gonna heal. Ember pushes out top while he also has a Remnant bottom. But looks at Dreamcell. He wants to hunt, but he's under a ward. They do see that. And as you mentioned, look inside of his backpack. 9 mangoes. So he is making sure that they utilize that mango tree at its maximum. And Ember probably going to rejoin his buddies down bottom in a moment after he goes for the next wave, it looks like. But Dreamcell will pressure him.
There we go. Raven's going to do it too. There it is.
It's
for those of you that were hoping for some rapier action, the rapier action has been confirmed. As Raven's got the rapier, he's sent over to him right now. Feeling confident that he can hold it without buyback, seeing as he has that Aegis. And onto the racks they are. They're taking them away, but there's the other one. Oh, it's double rapier, boys and girls. Dreamcell's got his completed as well. Bottom lane, though, these racks are going down. And Boom not yet to commit, so the racks will fall. Dreamcell jumping in, going to whistle in, but the River actually going to be able to keep the Aegis. No, they're not. The gun finishes him off. Oh, he's not going to have it for that second life. Maybe if they notice, try and commit on it. Already on the backline, Carl, he's going to jump in onto Ketsu. Jen's gone, turn of the ball. Getting destroyed by the Aghanim's Eclipse. Raven just tears him apart. Double buyback coming out from Boom.
No buyback for Mikoto, though.
Got the gush on him. Dreamcell's in. He's trying to commit, but Dream's been hexed. Oh, the Prince is now causing a bit of an issue, but not enough of an issue as Raven falling low. Oh, Raven more than fine. He's getting out of range off the Supernova. Dreamcell turns over towards the AA. He's found him. The Rapier hits the deck. Dreamcell, he's dual wielding, baby. Double Rapier on the anti-mage. Raven dead, 90 seconds, no buyback. As Boom, they may lose the Rex, but they hold. And now the game is theirs for them to run down mid. What have Geekfam got? They have got a fortification, but no Raven for 80 seconds. And Dreamcell, he's got double Rapier.
He's hitting for over 1,000 at the moment. Cuckoo, he's trying desperately to cut the wave, pull it back so they can't go and hit the base because Raven does not have that buyback. If he gives his life, I think he's fine with this. Creep.
One range creep.
Forward.
It stays strong to the cause of Boom ID.
Guard it
as long as he can keep that fine, keep it alive, he'll be able to take down the backdoor protection and push on and do some serious damage and at the least force out the buyback from Carl.
He's definitely gonna have to buy back. He might just be able to go for tier 4s after he hits this one. Gonna play it safe and just go for the racks at the moment, not knowing about Raven's lack of buyback, but they're pinging tier 4s. They know.
They're realizing. They're like, dude, he just bought a Rapier pretty soon after he bought the Daedalus. He's not going to have the money for the buyback. Let's find the roll. They do commit onto Dreamcell. Ice Blast connects, but he's forced aside. He's fine for now. Jump over the remnants. Carl's looking for FBZ out of mana. Another remnant board. They killed off the tide. And Dreamcell jumping into the base. Doesn't manage to find a lock onto anybody. Turns over towards Zephyr. Moves in with the Abyssal Blade. Zephyr in trouble. The route into the torrent, holding him in place. Zephyr will fall. Another kill for Dreamcell. Zephyr has got buyback available. The backdoor protection taken off as the creeps move down mid. Raven's back up in a few seconds, but does he really have the power to deal with this double Rapier anti-mage? As Dreamcell, he is just destroying the base. The top racks are gone.
My God.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
How can Geekfam regain a hold here? They're gonna try for a smoke out. Cuckoo has got Raw back in 10 seconds.
Ready for this. Look at this Dreamcell. The back of his team all in the area too. He eats a moon shard. He's ready to jump on anybody that he does see. Gets hexed from the pretty knife, the roar.
And there it is. Eclipse just committed straight away onto the middle of it all. Takes out FBZ. Mikoto's in trouble. He will get the BKB off Dreamcell. He's going for the position on the backline. But Zephyr with the ghost receptor, he's able to keep himself alive. Dreamcell has to blink out for now. They've lost the tide. Quick Princess now proc onto hide. Cuckoo jumps forward. He has to dive away. But Geekfam, they're chasing. They're pushing back. Boom. The silence onto Mikoto. BKB popped by Carl. Dreamcell tries to turn, but again, he has to reset, keep the distance. Mikoto taking heavy hits from Raven as he commits with the BKB. The Princess now comes out again, and he's dead. They've lost the Kunkka. 3 dead on Boom ID. Only Ketsu and Dreamcell left alive. And in terms of their buybacks, there is no buyback on the Tide. There is no buyback on the Phoenix. And of course, Raven, regardless of the fact that he doesn't have the Rapiers, he still hits hard.
Oh my god. These fights are absolutely crazy. They're just focusing. I mean, they've been focusing this Tide the entire game, not letting him get anything off. But it's the same thing that we were saying. They're isolating Dreamacell. And although he does have a double, double rape and everything like that, his health was actually quite fragile. I think he didn't have his Manta inside of his bags. He only had like 2,000 HP. So he was getting controlled quite heavily by the Eclipse mini stuns too. When his BKB does go down, he has to be careful of just getting chain lockdown by those mini stuns. The status resist doesn't help you versus that. They will keep proccing on you and making your life a lot more difficult in the fight.
No, we saw Carl was just constantly keeping the Spirit Vessel charges thrown on him.
That as well, yeah.
And he just had to keep getting out. He couldn't rely on the life to keep him alive. And now down mid, they're going for it. Geekfam's going to look to close up the game. Dreamacell, he's got to put together his final stand, and here it is. Jumps in onto Cuckoo. That's a dieback. Cuckoo put back to offer his aura to help.
Level 30.
Right, tier 4's there. He's chasing for more. But that BKB will come to an end. Raven turns, starts to play Cracker Sonic. The fear for the quad, but he has the Manta. Ponzi turns over towards the Ember. Jumps deep, trying to avoid the front lines of the fight. Carl with his own BKB looks towards Mikoto. The Tombstone holding back Whitemon over to Zephyr. He goes. Zephyr, the Ravage, the fear is holding Dreamacell, but Dreamacell, he can jump over, get on top of Raven. Raven is dead. Geekfam have lost the fight, and by the looks of it, have lost the war as well. They know without the buybacks, this game is over and done. Dreamacell's anti-mage takes the win, 14-0-5, 2 rapiers in his inventory. I mean, he couldn't have played it any better. I mean, an excellent game from both parties, and it sort of felt like